Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Twoshot here from the Last Stand podcast, and with me today is
Foster the Canadian, and for the first time on the Last Stand podcast, our guest, Jarret. Introduce yourself, Jarret.
Hi, I'm Jarret. I'm filling in for the Raptor.
Who can't be here today. He's gone back to his home planet, so he'll be here next week, hopefully. So we're gonna start out this episode with the new Xbox controller at Microsoft, or sources near Microsoft at least, claim will have a tablet-like touch screen. You guys want to go into that a bit?
It's just a rumor, but
It is a rumor, but the sources are fairly high up, but we've seen sources high up, totally lie before. But if it is true, the touch screen is going to be acting like a remote control when you're watching TV. It will switch to a browser when you're on the internet and basically have little, touch screen buttons to navigate around. I'm not sure I like the idea of that.
yeah, it'll also have an HD screen.
It'll also have a button to turn into the Wii U.
Oh yeah, of course, that you gotta put that button on there. That's how Xbox is going to finally crush Nintendo. Can you guys imagine playing this? What the hell was that?
I didn't do it. Something just fell off my desk.
Alright, well... I think... Okay.
This is going well.
Yeah, so, anyway.
Random. Anyway, moving on.
Alright. So, yeah, it does seem a lot like the Wii U, but worse because it's Xbox. And not worse because of who's creating it, but because I have a higher standard for Xbox than I do for the Wii. And I don't want to see that touch screens do not work with video games. Am I alone on this, or do you guys agree? You can't have a good interactive touch screen with a video game.
It's good for phones.
It's good for phones, I was going to say.
Yeah,
but
I don't even like the idea of it on a Vita.
Yeah, but...
No.
Vita, I'm still skeptical about, but you don't need the touchscreen in order to play that. Yeah. It's just there. Just for the functionality portion of it.
Yep, touchscreen just for the hell of it, and then they are able to charge you $50 more.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of a tiny bit BS.
Also, what they're talking about is the CPU and the GPU. If they're going to keep costs lower by going with cheaper ones.
Yeah.
And it's you say it's going to be about 2 years out before it comes out, and they're saying right now it's going to be about $600.
Yeah, this has not worked in the past. I don't know why they this is a bad strategy for Microsoft to go in this direction with the touchscreen, and a $600 price point. Really, in this day and age, that's not something that I want to shell out. I want top of the line stuff. No friggin' touch screens and filly-fallies and whizzle-wazzles all over my console. I just want a straight-up console,
Yeah, no gimmicks.
No gimmicks. That's all that they are now. The Wii U, a gimmick. Kinect, it's a gimmick. Touch screen is a gimmick.
Now, the Kinect and the PlayStation Move was just to copy the Wii with its motion control.
It's trying to capitalize on the success that it's had.
Yeah, when they don't realize. Yeah, when they don't realial it's just a gimmick.
Yeah.
It works for the Wii, though. It doesn't work for.
That's because the Wii
it doesn't really, though. The real reason it works for the Wii is because Wii has Mario and Link. That's it. It didn't have Mario and Link. It's screwed.
And that you couldn't play it without motion control the way that all the games are, made.
Yeah.
They pretty much forced you to do motion control.
Motion control gaming. In my mind, gaming is supposed to be less motion, more control. When they come out with brainwave technology, I've seen them. They are working on it. That I like. Less movement. Very little move. I don't even need to move my thumbs. I put on my helmet. Zoom! There we go. That's what I want. I want to sit in my couch, as lazy as can be, and just mess around in video games. Is that so wrong? I don't want
never
to stand
again.
up and whale my arm around. Like, did you see how they're trying to market first-person shooters with Kinect now? Where you aim your hand at the screen and open and close it to fire a gun? What's that about?
Yeah, they had that for...
Realism.
Yeah, realism. Firing bullets out of your hand.
For Killzone.
Magic.
They had something like that with the we move. You got the gun, you pop the little controller in there, and you can like hold it up at the screen and shoot like you're at an arcade.
Look, they have it fine the way it is with the triggers on the regular controller. They don't need to improve anything at all.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how this turned into a motion control gaming debate, but
It just did. Roll with it.
But you're welcome.
All right, moving on. I want to talk a little bit about Mass Effect 3. It's coming out pretty soon now.
Yes.
And a
March
crap
6th.
ton of news has come out about Mass Effect 3 recently. One that I really want to look at is the customizable weapons and armor that you can make now. They're going in a really cool direction with this. I'm going to get to what I hate soon, but I really like the idea of customizing and micromanaging my weapon to my best play style. I love micromanagement in games. I love them in RPGs. This is the right way to go. The wrong way to go is having multiplayer in a story-driven experience.
I thought you were going to save that for a second.
I mean, it's not like it's going to be like a team deathmatch, capture the flag kind of multiplayer. It's a cooperative experience.
It's still, and the worst part of it is that they got Commander Shepard, they have you coming down and telling you what to do. I don't like that at all. I want to be Commander Shepard. I don't want to be some silly Solarian or some kooky Krogan running around on a battlefield. I'm Shepard. I want to stay Shepard. I don't want multiplayer. I don't want to have to worry about, servers and lag and finding a party and doing these missions online. I want to hop on whenever I feel like it and play through the missions. Wouldn't you rather have a few extra missions in Mass Effect 3 than this crap?
I like some of the stuff they're doing, though. I like how the weapons are no longer restricted by class. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can basically pick up and do whatever you want.
I mean, if they have, missions specifically designed for cooperative play, then I'm sure that'll be fine. But other than that, I really don't see any...
You two are out of your mind. Out of your mind. Look at other story-driven games that have tried to do multiplayer. Look at Uncharted. Fantastic story-driven single-player experience. Shaky multiplayer at best.
Again, but that was like a team deathmatch kind of that's like competitive multiplayer. It's not cooperative.
Still, I don't want to worry about the kind of multiplayer stuff that comes along, and I don't want to be pressured into playing multiplayer, which does happen. Well, you guys can't tell me you've joined like a game of Halo or Battlefield. You want to beat the campaign. Everyone's trying to get you to join them so that you can play more multiplayer.
But if you can do Mass Effects as a cooperative multiplayer, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, it always is cool to go through a story with a friend than going through the story by yourself. You can't say that's wrong.
Well, the thing I liked about Mass Effect is the atmosphere of the game. I don't want them to sacrifice the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's where they gotta go.
Just so that you can be playing with someone.
Yeah, I understand definitely on that one. But if they're saying that they could bring in a co-op where you can play along the campaign mode with your friend, then if they're gonna try to bring a team deathmatch, capture the flag,
that totally worked with Fable.
It's definitely gonna kill.
Let's leave Fable out of this.
No, that pissed me off. Fable sucked when it came to co-op. They're like, oh, you just hit a button and you fly away with your friend to the magical land of Albion and you go slaying, Hobbs and everything. It's stupid. It didn't work. The camera angle sucked. You didn't actually get to play as your character. They fixed it a bit in Fable 3, but still, at that point, it was just so convoluted that it took everything away from what Fable originally was in Fable 1 and why I was excited in the first place to play Fable 2.
All right, well,
what about this?
Fable is just the worst case scenario of it.
All right.
Peter
not well thought out.
Crushing my dreams.
I got one for you. What about a Mass Effect 3 including downloadable weapons?
Well, they've done stuff like this in the past. And, I'm fine with that because it's not something that I'm, it's not something that they shove down your throat.
Is it a microtransaction?
Yeah, but it's very subtle. You don't have to do it. The weapons, they're good, but I mean, it's a single-player campaign. It's not like you're trying to compete with other, I mean, aside from the multiplayer, but you're not competing against people in that. So there's no real reason to buy them. It's just, I don't know, it's a little bit of a small cash grab for them.
What about
if you really like the weapon, then go ahead.
Yeah, that makes sense. I got another thing that's interesting, because I don't know too much about Mass Effect 3, but I got a lot on this website that we got here. Right. Shepard, he can pick up and drop weapons and use them. Would that be a huge help? Sounds like
that's something that I don't like, because I like RPG elements in RPGs. Mass Effect is an RPG at its heart.
Well, where's Shepard? Your sidekick?
No, you're a Shepard.
You're Shepard. Then what the?
Yeah. What about FemShep?
But no, we're not talking. No, look, you can go playing as your female Shepard all you want. I've done a few playthroughs, as female Shepard. But my main playthrough is me as Shepard. He looks as close to me as possible. He is a reflection of me. He makes the choices I make. So I don't really bother too much with alternate.
I hope he makes the choices you make.
I may have killed 300,000 Batarians instead of warning them, but that's a different story.
No, we got time.
Would this change the game? If you can roll and jump over obstacles without taking cover?
I don't think so. I'm fine with. That's just like refining gameplay a bit. It is, get around strategically.
Sounds.
I just I like strategizing, and Dragon Age I think is the best example of
Dragon
when
Age
BioWare.
1, not the second one, the first one.
Yeah, BioWare really showed what they can do as far as micromanagement goes and strategy, because that game is all about planning out each and every single battle. I'd like to see Mass Effect go more in that direction than an action sort of oriented game.
I got an interesting thing for Xbox 360 on this too.
All right.
They're saying that the Kinect is only used for voice commands, nothing for the voice controls.
Yeah.
And it won't work in multiplayer.
Even with that, I'm so against the Kinect at this point. So against it. At first, when it was known as Natal and they were showing the things, I was thinking to myself, this could be cool. I can see how they can implement this correctly. They're doing that a bit with Mass Effect. I like that you can call out the commands and everything. I just don't know how practical it is. I mean, would you rather call out a command, waking up the neighborhood, or would you just, hit a couple buttons on your D-pad? It's simple to do. It's not like it's a really difficult thing.
It adds to the experience, though. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying, it does add a little bit.
It adds a different experience that you could choose or not choose.
Kind of like you're talking to yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
So not horrible, but I got
most of us don't already do that half the time on our computers anyway.
You know how we did mention the multiplayer? I just found some stuff on that. This is a very good link we have to put in the description.
Yeah.
It will feature 4-player co-op. It's a Galaxy at War. That's what they're saying. It sounds like there's a part that's going to be like survival mode.
Yeah. Again, I don't think that they should take things away from the single-player experience just to have multiplayer. Like Mass Effect 1 and 2 were very well reviewed, and everyone that I know loves the games. You don't need to go and change it up so dramatically. If it was good the first time, good the second time, why wouldn't it be good for the third time? Why did they have to change it all of a sudden? 3 games into the series, change it. If they changed it in the second game, I might be more, willing to actually play it. But 3 games in, that seems a bit late.
Well, the way I see that is it's the last of this trilogy, and they need to have a way to make it last longer than it was single player. And adding multiplayer to the third game may not seem like a good idea, but people are going to do it anyway. People are going to play it longer. and squeeze more time out of the game. That's just a.
Well, you can squeeze more time out other ways. Like if they had an in-game leaderboard with a survival system, I would play the crap out of that. I love competing against my friends and trying to get further and further. But I don't like multiplayer in story-based games. That's it.
Unless it's like I can have maybe one other person co-op in story-based games. Anymore, it's like pushing it for me anyway. It's just my opinion.
They are gonna have DLCs, looks like, too.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gearing up for them already.
I think I've torn this part enough. All right.
No, you haven't torn it enough. Keep going.
If you want, I can go on and on about how multiplayer ruins games, ruins the spirit of it.
I thought we did.
I don't want to, but
yeah, we went there already. We know your feelings.
Anyway, moving on.
Now, in some games, it can work. I'm not gonna just go. I just don't think it will work here.
Moving on, Foster.
Well, look like
I'm very passionate about Mass Effect.
Look what it did to Call of Duty. How many people actually play the campaign mode no more?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it got so big that.
Yeah, I know people who play Call of Duty but don't even touch the campaign and go straight into multiplayer.
And that's the thing that bugs me, because people like that want you to go play with them. And, I get tons of messages when I'm playing through campaigns and games. Hey, come join me on the multiplayer. And I'm like, no, damn it. I want to play the campaign.
As sad as it may be, that is the only reason why I bought Black Ops. Because I thought it was going to be fun multiplayer, but it's like, it's still... not me. No.
Yeah.
Zombies fun though. I'm not gonna lie. That's also the moment reason why I got it. Anyway.
I'm sick of zombies.
I digress.
I'm gonna say that right now. Too many zombies.
Yeah, actually, too many, like, wave after wave after
Does
wave.
Every single game need zombies? Every game.
Does every game need a horde mode?
Yeah.
Seriously, Gears of War did it. Halo Firefight. Now Modern Warfare 3 and they're freaking I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not needed.
As long as it's not fucking with the quality of the game, which in most of the times it is, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like half the time, the zombies is almost the best thing in Call of Duty.
But you can't rely too heavily on zombies. It's such a generic thing to put in a game.
Yeah.
Well, the Call of Duty Zombies is always fun if you have 4 people just messing around on it.
Yeah.
I'd always play a good round of zombies on Black Ops or World of War for that matter.
Every single game that comes out now has zombies in it, and it's starting to piss me off. I don't want to put in NHL 13 and see the zombie national team.
That would be pretty cool.
No,
is that part of your secret?
No.
Is that your secret plan?
No, it's not a secret. No.
Brainwash you, Foster.
Brainwash. No, they're trying to eat my brains, Jarret.
Hey,
learn how to.
They're gonna wash the brain and then eat it.
Getting back to Mass Effects, right?
Yeah.
They're also, if you pre-order the game, you're getting like a rifle or some shit. That's gonna be your special gift.
Yep.
I'm always down for like the swag.
While we're on the subject of pre-orders, that's another thing that pisses me off a little bit. All the pre-order special crap you get when you pre-order it.
I hate exclusive pre-orders. I like it when you don't. I don't like it when different places, like if you go to GameStop, they'll give you something different. You go to Amazon, something different. Oh, yeah. Because it really ruins the way I had to go out of my way when Mortal Kombat came out to get the Scorpion fatality and classic skin. And
then like a month later, they came out with the DLC that you can buy it for like $2.
Yeah, I would prefer if they just did that and didn't have the pre-orders.
But yet not even include a special in-game item. How about something like some knick-knack like from the Skyrim special edition came out? You get this giant dragon statue.
Yeah, you don't need it, I like stuff like that though. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's like something
tangible, every single special edition should come with a game soundtrack. Am I wrong? I think that it should be included in every single. Hey,
I'm thinking
Yeah,
you're
think
wrong.
about it. You're paying
You're
paying $30 or more extra dollars to get the special editions. It should come with the soundtrack.
It wouldn't be horrible to throw in there. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I'm saying like how worth it would it be? I don't know.
Well, with games like Halo and Skyrim, which have these really well thought out and really memorable soundtracks, I'd like to have that so that I can listen to it. And
fun fact about Skyrim's opening theme, though, it's actually the same as in Morrowind, just with lyrics.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. It's a little more instrumental than Morrowind. It was just sort of like pianos and flutes, but
yeah, it's the same theme.
Yeah.
Same. Anyway, back to like the digital stuff on the pre-order.
Yeah.
I think as an example of how pointless this is, if you pre-ordered Halo Reach like the normal edition at GameStop, you get the multi-thread armor.
Yeah.
If you didn't pre-order it, you could buy it for like 250 game credits, which is the cheapest piece of armor you can get in the game.
Yeah.
It's like not even worth it.
The only time I actually liked pre-ordering thing, and there's actually a story behind this, when Halo 3 ODST came out, not only did I get the Sergeant Johnson thing, when I got home, I didn't actually have the download code. So I went back to the store, and the guy in front of me, he's got his receipt in his hand. He's like, yeah, I pre-ordered Halo 3 ODST, but I didn't get the Johnson code. And the chick at the desk was like, oh, sorry, we're out. We can't give you any. And I'm like, oh, crap, I'm in line. Do I leave? Or do I stay in line and try to bullcrap? And the guy leaves. He's pissed off. He didn't get his Sergeant Johnson. I go up to the desk. She goes, how can I help you? I go, yeah, I didn't get my Sergeant Johnson code. I pre-ordered the game. Here's my receipt. And she goes, oh, hold on a second. She pulls out this huge pile of Sergeant Johnson gift codes, and she hands me one. She goes, have a nice day. And I'm just like, what the hell was that? I'm not sure she just like had it in for the guy in front of me, but for whatever reason,
or that she knew that guy in front of you was just BSing to try and get the code.
He had a receipt in his hand and everything. I did the exact same thing, almost word for word, and it wasn't like a tiny stack. She pulled out. There must have been at least 300 Sergeant Johnson gift codes.
Oh my!
And she took one off the top and handed it to me. So yeah. But that's the example of something I like, because that wasn't something that affected the game too much. It wasn't something you could buy in-game, and it was something that was easily accessible, you know? I don't like having to pre-order off of Amazon or, Walmart sometimes has special pre-orders. That just baffles me.
Yeah, but I'm still on the fence on in-game items, but if it's something physical and tangible I can show off and say, yeah, I spent a bunch of money extra for this. And yes, I'm good with that.
Yeah, you know the little code you get in Mass Effect 2, that little Cerberus gift code that you can use to unlock the store in-game?
Yeah.
I carry that around in my wallet. It's like my little Cerberus ID. I would just pull it out sometimes, like, yeah, I'm with Cerberus. Drop what you're doing, come with me.
You with who?
Yeah.
At least it's not the Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, let's move on now, because Minecraft has a new snapshot update. That's Snapshot 12w06b732l. It's a ridiculous name. It's a pre-release. They got a new one up, and there are a few interesting features with this one. First off, the testificates, the villagers, whatever you want to call them.
Squidwards.
Yeah, when it rains or when it's dark out, they'll rush inside their houses and start throwing parties, like you may have seen in our previous video with them spinning around like a weirdo.
They already are weirdos.
Yeah.
Just look at them.
Twoshot, I'm too sick to bring this up. I don't like what they're doing here. You tell them what zombies do now.
Oh, zombies can do. If you have it on hard difficulty right now, they can come up to your door and break down the door and get in. Only wooden doors right now, but I think it's glitched. If you do check it out, then it can do the iron ones too.
I don't like
this. It is
this.
a pre-release, so...
Minecraft is supposed to be relaxing. They got creepers who stalk you, enemies who are smarter, zombies who break down doors. I'm sitting here crapping my pants now when I'm trying to build a little hut.
Foster, you pause the game, and you click the button that says peaceful.
Peaceful is for hosers, Jarret. Hosers. I go on hard difficulty. That's the way I do it. But one thing that I guess to sort of even out the fact that mobs are jerks now, when you kill them, they have a chance of dropping rare items. And when they say rare, they mean like gold bars, bows, I think
tools,
iron tools.
Yeah, iron swords. That's really rare, though.
Yeah, it is rare, but
maybe even diamond. We don't know.
How many times have you been digging with nothing on you to keep going? A skeleton shows up behind you, is about to kill you. You take him down. Wouldn't it be nice to get another pick so you can dig your way out?
Oh.
I mean, how many times have you been in a cave with no picks? It's a scary situation.
That's a scary thing.
Also, cats go meow. Moving on. I don't think we really need to go into detail there. Cats meow now in Minecraft.
Yeah, they just added the sounds. And the mobs move better in water, too.
Yeah, which, again, there goes another strategy for outrunning mobs.
Unless you have smart movement.
Yeah, you and your friggin' cheating smart movement.
It's not cheating, it makes the game awesome. Moving on.
No, we were doing an adventure map, and you had your smart movement on, and you were just trying to cheat your way everywhere.
I did not use it for that adventure map.
Right.
You even took the jumping part. I took the me using my brain part.
That worked out well. All right. All right, you guys want to talk about the texture pack of the week?
Yes.
Sure.
This is actually the texture pack I use, and it's called Kindcraft.
Yeah, this is a really neat texture pack. It's 32 by 32 and 64-bit, I believe. It might go higher than that. I'm not entirely sure. But it's really... It's not cartoony or cel-shaded, and it's not like the Wyukian pack that we had last week. It's sort of a combination of the both. You know, if you don't want that, you want a high-resolution texture pack that looks real good, this is where you go. It is a fantastic texture pack. I really love the way the cobble looks. I'm not sure about you, but it is the best cobblestone I've seen. And since most of my stuff I make is out of cobblestone, this is my go-to texture pack.
Yes. And one of my favorite parts about this texture pack is, you know, most texture packs usually just reskin most of the mobs. This texture pack takes it a step further and reskins them like 5 times.
Right. Yeah, that's what's really cool is, you know, there's diversity. You know, we've seen diversity in other things in Minecraft before. It's really cool to see it in the mobs, because that's something that most texture packs don't actually offer. And it's really cool to walk around and see a swarm of different-looking creatures run at you.
Yeah, like a mob of zombies, and they all look different. One of them doesn't have a head.
Love the zombies, man.
Yeah, I like the one that doesn't have a head.
You know what I haven't looked at yet? Snow golems. I should have done that.
Check them out now. I like the ores.
Yeah.
Those look pretty cool.
Well, if you like how the pumpkins look, then it makes the snow golems look very happy instead of creepy and scary.
No, I'm working on that.
They're happy snow golems.
The armor
looks
good. One thing I really want to point out about the armor is I like that it still shows, aside from the iron armor, it still shows your face. I don't like when they cover up your face with the armor in the game.
Well, the iron armor is supposed to be like a full, like, knight in shining armor, like with a whole face mask and stuff. Which I do like it, but also chainmail. The chainmail armor found. Look at that. Also looks pretty BA.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I really do. This is a fantastic texture pack. I really love just roaming around in it. Wyukian pack is your go-to pack when you don't have a good computer, or, you know, you're getting a low frame rate when recording. That's a really nice one to rely on. But Kindcraft, if you can run it, definitely go to it. This is a fantastic pack, one of the best you're going to find.
And 64 is not too hard to run.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get some of the mobs spawning in here, so I can check them out.
Yeah. The paintings are a little freaky.
I like them because they actually changed them.
Yeah.
Nobody ever touches the painting, so I have to at least kill them that.
I don't like the paintings either. I don't like the paintings either, but yeah, it is kind of cool that they did change them.
Yeah, somebody
Not a big fan of them, though. Not a big fan of the paintings, though. Everything else is awesome.
The wolves look the same. The chickens look
I'm pretty sure all the passive mobs look the same, but...
No. I'm trying to find the snow golems real quick. That's one of the most important certificates.
This is friggin' important. Almost as important as the fir tree.
It's all on the pumpkin head, really. You like the pumpkin heads? He's right about that.
They're fairly jolly looking. I like it.
They look like they're a little slow.
Which is why Jarret fits in perfectly with this map.
Yep.
Yeah, I really do like when texture packs change the way the title screen works. Like with the Wyukian pack, it's something that we didn't showcase, but when you just scroll over like where the language is, it's a little scroll that rolls down, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Again, it's the little things with texture packs that impresses me the most.
No. Yeah, the cobble's not bad. I guess the smooth stone's alright.
Yeah.
It kind of, it kind of brings the both together.
Definitely.
Yes.
The windows are a lot better than the old texture packs.
There's a few gripes I have with this texture pack. I like using it. Mossy cobblestone and cobblestone look nothing similar alike. They just don't match up at all.
Yeah.
If it has moss on it, it does not match up with anything. Like the mossy stone bricks don't match up with
that can be good too, so you can distinguish, where a dungeon is. Because you don't want it to look too similar.
Well, if you put it like that, I guess, but it just doesn't seem right. If it has moss on it, it shouldn't change the actual block itself. Anyway, that's just one of my gripes. I don't like the moss.
I'm not a huge fan of the way the mushrooms look when they're fully grown. The giant friggin' mushrooms. I should state right now, I'm not a fan of them at all to begin with. But I'm still not a fan of them in this. And you, Twoshot.
I love the mushrooms.
I know you love the mushrooms. You put them right next to my house in Sky Pillar.
Did you check out all the wood? Oh, I'm loving the wood here too.
Enough with the euphemisms.
This week, Twoshot loves the wood.
I wish you were in this. Next week,
Jarret loves wood. Yeah.
Today, Jarret hugs the creeper.
I like the saplings.
Yeah.
Even though that's, nothing too crazy, but they did a really good job on cyclones.
I like that I know this may sound a little odd, but I like that the wood gate looks a lot different than the regular fences. I like that there's that sort of contrast, because with the default texture pack, it's very hard to tell which piece is the gate.
Yeah.
I like the trap doors.
Yeah.
Iron doors are kind of nice. Regular doors are alright.
Good doors.
Nice, solid wood, hard doors. Nice.
Zombies on hard mode don't like wood doors.
No, they don't. I don't like them.
I like the water. It shimmers a little bit.
Oh, that's one thing I wanted to bring up. I love the water on this.
I like how it's got it catches light. It looks like kind of like a simulates that it's catching light.
It reminds me of a really nice pool. The way it reflects. You know what I mean? Yeah, I really like that.
I just can't get over this wood. It's a nice wood texture pack.
You just want to go swimming in it.
Swimming in the wood?
No, the freaking
Jarret, my word. Tone it down. You're a guest on this podcast.
We're not there yet.
Right out of gutter faucet. I meant water.
All right.
I always got to bring up the wood. What we're doing now is we're going to go over a mod quick and then a map seed.
Yep.
So the first one we're going to do is Tropic Craft mod, right?
Yep. The Tropic Craft mod. Now
this about that.
I'm taking this, man. This is a fantastic mod that I've been playing a lot of. You guys may have seen me attempt to show off this mod a bit in my Foster's Mind Minecraft series. Did not turn out the way I wanted it to, but it's a fantastic mod. It adds a lot to the game. The main feature is it adds a whole new biome, the Tropics, to Minecraft, and with it, it adds a bunch of new mobs, and they added palm trees, which Timber Mod doesn't affect for some reason. But one of the things that I have with this mod, one of the problems, they have these frogs. And these frogs are the biggest hosers in any video game I've ever seen. I would kiss a chicken before I'd go up to these damn frogs. They got green frogs, which are like friendly frogs, but then they got these other colors. There's like red and yellow frogs that are fast as hell. Top speed sprinting, they still beat you out. And they are poisonous. They do like 3 hearts of damage, and it is very difficult to get away from these little frigging hosers. But it's still a good mod. Now to combat this, they actually do have a few things that really do help. They add a lot of food items, pineapples and coconuts. They added a new armor set, which is something you don't see in many mods. But they have scale armor that you can collect from killing iguanas. And iguanas in this game, you feel horrible every time you kill one. Because they walk up to you, they look all cute and friendly, and then you slice them down, and their friends come and try to attack you. It is really sad. But the scale armor is really badass armor. It has an anti-fire effect, so that you're totally resistant to any fire that comes your way, which is amazing. They add new blocks, new drinks and items, all sorts of real cool things like that. Easter Island heads, which are really, really devastating. These things, they look innocent enough. I thought they were just blocks, and then I walked up to them. And, yeah, you don't want to walk up to it with a chunko head, because it will kill you immediately. It's not fun. I was just walking up innocently. I killed my first one, then I walk up to another one. I didn't attack it because I thought they were peaceful until you attacked, like the iguanas. Nope! You kill one of their kin, and you are enemy number 1 for the rest of the game. They are vengeful. Starfish are in this mod too, which live on the seafloor, and it's funny when you attack them, they run off and it's just hilarious. I like diving down, smacking a few starfish, and watching them run. I may be a little sadistic in that sort of sense, but yeah.
I like the trees they got.
Yeah, cool. I really like the palm trees. They don't look like normal trees. Turtles are in the game too.
Don't they look like fence posts with the leaves on top?
Yeah.
The turtles?
No. Well, they have like these really weird looking turtles in the game. I'm not sure if it will clash with Mo Creatures or not. I believe Mo Creatures is turtles now too, but it's nonetheless new turtles. It's pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. We covered just about everything. Unless Jarret, you want to add anything?
Nope.
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 Okay then. So this is the Last Stand podcast, the podcast to die for.
We didn't do the map seed.
Didn't we do the map seed?
No.
You should have spoken up sooner, mister. All right, map seed. Here we go. Let's do this.
All right, the map seed that we have today is Tarzan Boy. It's for 1.2 actually, so if you download the snapshot for it, it's actually one of the biggest biomes they have for the jungle biomes.
Yeah, it is a huge freaking jungle.
Yeah, it's like the biggest so far, so you get to play with all the leaves, all the trees.
Run through of the new features that have been added in 1.2. Type this in, go nuts, because I know finding a jungle as big as they are still it's still kind of a difficult thing to do.
No.
So download the seed and build a whole city in the trees.
Yes. Build us if you do a speed build of that, we can feature it in our next podcast. I think that would be pretty nice.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Yeah, send us in clips, speed builds, gameplay, whatever you guys want to send in. There's always appreciated.
All right. So I think that covers it now, right?
Yes.
Making sure. Got to check it out with everyone. Jarret, do you have something weird and random to throw in now? No, he does not. Okay. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the Last Stand podcast, the podcast to die for. Jamie, we need you.
Until next time, guys. Later.
Yes, they do.
See ya.
I will not be here next week. Bye.
And here's a word from our maybe sponsor.
And if not, we'll just cut this out.
Your sponsor this week is Foster the Canadian. He does Let's Plays and other things. Check him out. And break.
And